Hi friends, Rebecca Diaz-Navedo going live inside the art of building a successful massage practice. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm a little, I'm in Europe. I'm in another part of the world, and I just am a little not sure if my internet is stable and all of that stuff. But hey, if any of you happen to be in Madeira, Portugal, hit me up. Let's meet up for coffee. My treat. All right, real quick, before I close out my day, I just have been thinking a lot about this, and in fact, I did a little reel on my Instagram channel. I did a reel on my Instagram account for Rock Your Massage Practice. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, will you please go do that, Rock Your Massage Practice, so that you don't miss the stuff I post. And of course, if you're watching live, comment below, say hi. Hi, Kim, great to see you. And if you're watching the replay, drop hashtag replay below. All right, so let me back up. I did a reel on Instagram, and I talked about codependent behaviors in the massage therapy industry, and it like broke the internet. I think that reel got watched and commented on and shared more than anything I've posted in a long time. So I know it really struck a nerve with many of you, and I wanted to take a moment and just address this. So codependency, and please be clear, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a mental health counselor, I don't diagnose or treat diseases. What I'm really talking about is codependent behaviors displayed in massage therapists. So one of the things that I've noticed from talking to literally thousands of massage therapists, after a while I started to notice this pattern. For a large portion of us, we are actually engaging in codependent behaviors with our business and with our clients. Codependency is a word that refers to an addiction to caregiving. And as massage therapists, heck, we're all great caregivers. And some of us just are so codependent that we want to go out and make a living doing that. Now, it's usually spoken of as a negative thing because it really does have drawbacks like any addiction does. So I want to unpack a couple of things here. It's basically an addiction to caregiving. And a lot of people I found in this industry are children of addicts or narcissists, like people with narcissistic personality disorder. Okay. So whenever I utter that in a room full of massage therapists, there's like this hushed tone that reverberates throughout the audience. So I want to know if you resonate with that. Okay. Also, a high percentage of us have tended to attract at some point or another an abusive partner, like a person that's taking advantage of you financially, a person that is emotionally abusive, a partner that's addicted to alcohol or drugs or something along those lines. Okay. And I just want to peel back the curtain on this a little bit and just talk about it. I am a person who has struggled with codependency, and it really unraveled several years ago. I got divorced when I was 36, and then I proceeded to date about 4 diagnosable narcissists in a row. Dating over 35 is really hard anyway. But this pattern really revealed itself, and it was just brutal. In relationships with men, it was just absolutely brutal, and I was so ashamed because I was otherwise a intelligent, successful, caring person, mother, functional member of society, and I thought, how is it that I'm getting in these abusive relationships, like emotionally, verbally, psychologically abusive relationships? It was really embarrassing for me. And I didn't really talk about it much with people. I talked to my therapist about it. She pointed it out to me. And what I realized, that was part of helping me understand that this was a pattern going on with in the massage therapy industry as well. So I pulled up just real quick a list of codependency traits. I literally just Googled it, guys. This is not necessarily psychotherapy here, but just to paint a picture with broad strokes here so we can begin to open up this discussion. And if this is something that you want to talk further about, just let me know. I'm really committed to addressing this in the massage therapy industry because it's one of the reasons why massage therapists struggle to make a living. And that, as many of you know, is my mission. That's what I do through all of the free things that I do, and as well as the coaching programs that I offer for hire, all of that with Rock Your Massage Practice Academy. Just so committed to elevating our industry. And one way that we do that is by training you to be a confident, kick-ass CEO of your own business. And I've just found, now working with thousands of clients all over the world, that this is a huge obstacle that many people have to overcome. Not everybody, but that many people really resonate with this. I'm wondering if it's resonating with you and worth having another discussion about, okay? So here's a couple of things. Number one, it says, this is just on a blog I found about codependency, all right? Again, not a definitive source here, but it says, do you often make significant sacrifices to meet your partner's demands or needs? And do you feel like these sacrifices define your purpose? So I'm going to read, there's 6 things that I'm going to read about codependent relationships. Okay, so bear with me. The second one is, do you have a hard time saying no to people, especially when they make demands of you? Number 3, do you have a habit of covering up for your loved ones' addictions or criminal behavior? Number 4, is one person's opinion of you a constant source of worry? Number 5, would you say that you feel trapped in any of your relationships? Number 6, do you tend to brush things under the rug or avoid arguments, even about significant struggles? Okay, now let me read them about your practice. Number 1, do you often make significant sacrifices to meet your clients' demands or needs? And do you feel like those sacrifices define your purpose? Number 2, do you have a hard time saying no to clients, especially when they make demands of you? Number 3, do you have a habit of covering up for your clients' bad behaviors? What do I mean by bad behaviors? You make excuses for your clients when they no-show you, when they cancel at the last minute. You go, oh, but they had an emergency. They're completely disrespecting my time, but I'm not going to charge them for it, okay? Or also clients' bad behaviors, clients that are pushy, clients that are disrespectful to you, clients that challenge your limits and your boundaries, okay? All right, number 4 is one person's opinion of you a constant source of worry. I've talked to so many massage therapists that have at least one client that's almost like a bully to them. Like you're afraid to lose that client. You're afraid to raise your rates because that's the client that would get pissed off. You know what I'm talking about. All right, the next one is, would you say that you feel trapped in any of your relationships? And I would just edit that to say, would you say that you feel trapped in any of your relationships with your clients? This is the number one thing I hear all the time when I tell people they need to raise their rates, and not by $10, by like $60. And y'all's brains go berserk because you're like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna be so mad at me. All my clients are gonna hate me, I'm gonna lose my clients. And I go, so what? You're gonna gain a business that's profitable. And it's like this paralyzing fear of, oh my gosh, what are the opinions going to be on the street about me and my rates and my services and my offerings? Okay, number 5, would you say that you feel trapped? Did I read that one? I don't know. Would you say that you feel trapped in any of your relationships? Okay, trapped means you're not in control. And I've heard a lot of massage therapists not say that they feel trapped. They never come right out and say, I feel trapped. But they speak to it. They talk around it. They leave breadcrumbs. That they feel like they're not in control of their relationship, or they cannot disappoint clients. That's another way of saying you feel trapped. And then the last one again, do you tend to brush things under the rug or avoid arguments even about significant struggles? So again, I would say, do you tend to brush things under the rug in your business or with your clients, or avoid arguments even about significant struggles? The number one place I see this show up is in raising your rates and charging what you need to charge in order to make the living that you want to make. Many of you are bending over backwards to accommodate your clients, and that is, what I'm pointing to is codependent behavior. Number 2 is addressing bad behaviors in clients, like clients that disrespect your time, clients that try to direct the sessions, clients that ask for after hours sessions, or clients that expect you to drop everything and accommodate them last minute. Just those pushy clients, and that we tend to sweep things under the rug to avoid a confrontation with those people, but they're the kind of clients that you absolutely dread. When they come in, you're just like, oh my gosh, I've got that person on my books, and you feel stuck and trapped. Okay, so I want to know, is that resonating at all with you? At all? My experience has been, yes, this massively resonates with massage therapists, but I really do want to hear from you if this conversation is making sense to you, or opening up any thought patterns. Okay, so usually why people engage in codependent behaviors is because they derive their sense of self-worth for taking care of people, from taking care of people. So if you're a child of an addict or a child of a narcissistic sociopath, like diagnosable narcissistic personality disorder, okay? Narcissism is a spectrum. Everybody has it to a certain degree, okay? You have to have a certain degree of ego in order to put yourself out there in business. That's not what I'm calling narcissistic personality behavior, that disorder. That's a different thing. And again, I'm not here to diagnose, but just look in your own life, get on Dr. Google and all of that good stuff, see if this sheds some light on something for you. But what happened is, if you were raised in that kind of dynamic, you learned to assess your caregiver's needs and start taking care of them. And that was how you got validation. That was how your existence got validated, your worth got validated. That's how you stayed that's how you kept them from flying off the handle at you, was you just became a very good girl or very good boy. You just took care of them. Okay, and then that's just become a survival strategy that is just playing out in other areas of your life. Okay, so I used to think, because remember I told you earlier, vulnerably, that I dated a bunch of narcissists in my mid to late 30s, and I thought that it was empaths. I thought that it was empaths that attract narcissists, but it's not. It's codependent. It's people who display codependent behaviors. If this is resonating with you, I do want to give you a couple resources. One of the books that really helped me turn a corner, in addition to tons of inner work, coaching, counseling, all of that stuff, there's a book called You're Not Crazy, You're Codependent. Because one of the things that I felt, especially in my first codependent relationship, was that I was crazy. I felt like I was going crazy all the time. And of course, he preyed on that. He would tell me I was crazy. He would gaslight me. He would say, well, I told you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you never told me that. He's like, yes, you did. He would accuse me for things that I actually didn't do and blame me for things that I didn't do, which is actually crazy making. It's crazy making. So I always felt like, am I just going crazy? Like that. And I only really felt that way with that person or in that relationship. So I don't know how I stumbled upon that book, but I really highly recommend it. If you are just beginning to discover this for yourself or investigate this for yourself, or if you feel like, oh shit, I feel so seen, Rebecca, like you're speaking to my heart right now, then I would recommend that resource. Again, I don't know who the book is by. I could tell you, You're Not Crazy, You're Codependent. And what happened for me was I just went on healing my own very deep subconscious self-worth issues that I had been playing out in all of the caretaking with other people. And that's made a world of difference, honestly. I've had tons and tons of coaching in this arena, really healing the deep subconscious beliefs. And yeah, super powerful. And I have resources for that too. I've got plenty of coaches I could send you guys to if that's what you need, okay? Okay, it's called, I think it's by Jeanette Elizabeth Mentor. Maybe that's who it was. You're Not Crazy, You're Codependent? Yeah, looks about right. Let me see. Yeah, looks about right. This is a different cover that I'm seeing now on Amazon, okay? You guys, I apologize. I can't actually see if there are any questions or comments or anything like that below. So please know if you're commenting something, I'm not ignoring you. Oh, here we go. Kim, but I feel, okay, sorry. Hi, Kim. Program's amazing. Personally, I've not had those concerns, luckily, but I do some of those things. I feel in work I've made better boundaries. Okay, awesome, Kim. Yeah, and just, again, it's not necessarily that you are codependent, because it's not like I'm diagnosing you, but we need to look at those codependent behaviors that are robbing you of your autonomy, your power, your worth, and certainly your boundaries with clients. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to close that for now. Would love your feedback if you want to continue this conversation or not. Let me know. Okay. And got a couple of other announcements coming your way as well, you guys, but I'll do those in a different Facebook Live. Okay. All right. Keep on rocking. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.